Feel like John Morant, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball, nah, I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Yeah, they don't want it done like I want it, dog. Yeah, they say they want it, then they took the summer off. I've been going down the list, checking numbers off. I was checking on your numbers, told them something's off. I was at the bottom, now you know I'm climbing. Now they sending deals, they know I ain't signing. They been trying to sell it, they know I ain't buying. When they send a text, dog, I ain't replying. Feel like John Morant, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Morant, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Morant, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Morant, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Yeah, I need it now, told him on the lay. I've been moving, dog, yeah, I'm on the way. I don't hear the talk, don't care what they say. I don't got no patience, I can't ever wait. I've been trying to get it, running up all these digits. And I've been in the gym, I've been up doing minutes. I just put in that work, told them it's strictly business. And I see through the face, they all just burning bridges. Feel like John Morant, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Morant, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Yeah, they don't want it done like I want it, dog. Yeah, they say they want it, then they took the summer off. I've been going down the list, checking numbers off. I was checking on your numbers, told them something's off. I was at the bottom, now you know I'm climbing. Now they sending deals, they know I ain't signing. They been trying to sell it, they know I ain't buying. When they send a text, dog, I ain't replying. Feel like John Morant, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Morant.
Hello and welcome to CatchMark SportsNet. Free boys basketball live stream tonight between the Montague Wildcats and the Ludington Orioles. I'm your color commentator, Jonah Kelly. I'm joined by play-by-play Connor Rath. And we're hoping we're going to get a good one tonight, folks.
Yeah, tonight it's the Montague Wildcats versus the Ludington Orioles. Big game for this Ludington team. This is one, if you take it, you've pretty much secured the conference championship. And if you do lose, you give Whitehall an option and a chance this coming Thursday in a big conference final game, as you might put it.
Definitely. Well, even if you win, you know, Whitehall's still got a chance to clean it up. They've only lost one conference game, so they could actually still split the conference, even if they do win tonight. So, it's must win for Ludington. But then as far as Montague goes, they're not technically out of this yet. Maybe if you take a big look at it, they might be a little bit. On paper, though, they could still pull this out if they pull the upset off tonight, and a couple teams upset Whitehall and Ludington down the stretch too. I mean, this is just as big for Montague, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And one of the big key points tonight is just the margin of victory and how well Ludington has played almost all year this year. Only losing that one single game, it's proved impactful for their season, especially in a new, what you would call maybe a new conference in the Lakes Division here. And their star player, David Schillinger, I know in Montague and Ludington's last outing, he played phenomenal. And he's gonna prove important for this Ludington team in this Montague game, especially against the Montague's hard-nosed defense, man-to-man defense and press.
Definitely. Just a little bit of background here. Ludington is 15-1 right now. They're ranked number 9 in the state, 8-0 in the conference. And like we said earlier, they will likely clinch a share of the conference with a win. On paper, I don't think they do clinch that share, but it's going to put a lot of pressure on that Whitehall game for sure. Schillinger's coming off 28 and 24-point performances against Fremont and Oak Ridge, and Ludington's coming off 2 straight wins. Montague, on the other hand, 9-7. 5-3 in the conference. And like we were talking about just a minute ago, they really need a win to stay alive and make things interesting down the stretch with Ludington and Whitehall. Montague's leading scorers, Owen Rath at 10.1 points per game, and their leading rebounders, Isaiah Atchison, at 9.5 rebounds per game. So those are probably some players to look out for.
Yeah, and another thing I'd like to point out is just the key points of tonight. One is the turnover statistic for this Montague team and the rebounding. Montague has some good rebounders, especially at the guard position, and that's going to prove immensely important coming down the stretch of this game. If you can get rebounds 90% of the time, if you look at the statistics after any game, the team that had the better rebounding statistic usually was the team that won the game. Montague struggled with the turnover, averaging 0.68 assists per turnover, which is not great. If they can keep that turnover margin a little bit smaller compared to their assist ratio, I think they can definitely put up a fight in this game. I don't think this is just a handoff to Ludington, especially with the way Montague has played in some of these bigger games. Yeah,
Montague certainly is going to be more competitive than their 9-7 record shows compared to Ludington's 15-1. They've got some athletes. They got some guys that can put the ball in the net. It's just going to be a matter of, like you said, if they can get those rebounds and limit the turnovers here. And Ludington, I wasn't able to catch the first game this year, but I know Ludington has in recent years run a mean press. So you might want to look out for that if you're Montague, is how to break that Ludington press early.
Yeah, Ludington in the last game, in this last matchup, they ran a press almost all game, and not just did they run it, they ran it almost to perfection, getting the steals, and then not just getting the steals, but capitalizing on them. Getting the steal or getting the turnover, then coming back down the court and either getting a fast break layup or a good possession out of it with a bucket. That's what the press is made to do. Maybe not get a steal every time, but at least a turnover or force the pace to be a little faster to make the opposite or opposing team a little bit more uncomfortable. And that press for both sides is going to be important, especially when you look at the score at the end of this game.
For sure. Now, like you mentioned before, Ludington's only loss this year is to Cadillac, who somehow actually ranked lower in the state rankings at number 12. But that just goes to show you, I think, how tough this Ludington squad is going to be tonight. If you're Montague, what are some things you're looking to do? How are you breaking that press tonight?
Controlling the ball, controlling the pace a little bit more. You don't want to play too fast and play into Ludington's press. You want to slow it down. Obviously, get the ball across half court in 10 seconds, 8 seconds, whatever it is, but keep it in your pace. Control the pace. That's gonna be the most important part, especially with Montague's trouble on the turnover side. Again, they're averaging 0.68 assists per turnover. That's not a good margin. That means you're averaging more turnovers than you are assists as a team in a game. And then the other thing, too, is shooting. Once you break the press, getting an open shot, and not just getting an open shot, but hitting that open shot. Montague averaging 13% from 3 as a team right now on 15 shots a game. That's not very good. That you're looking at 2 or 3 shots out of 15 a game. That you got to increase that a little bit. You got to hit some more shots. And out of field goals attempted, they've only hit 38 of them, or they average 38 field goals per game, just a little bit under that. So if you're Montague, you got to not only shoot the shots you want, but you got to make the shots that you get.
You got to put the ball in the hoop. That's really the key to it. So the last time these two teams played, Ludington got the win 82-46. Like we said earlier, Ludington's coming off back-to-back wins against Fremont and Oak Ridge. Montague's coming off back-to-back losses versus Shelby and Whitehall. And notably some bad losses probably on Montague's end. You might expect a win at Shelby, and then with Whitehall, you might expect that game to be a bit closer. It was a lot closer the first time those two teams played, but Montague got beat pretty bad. What do you got to do to flip that momentum around?
You just got to go in and not think about it. Go into this game like it's the first or second game of the season, where it's a new game. Leave the stuff from the last game in the past and just do what you need to do in order to get the win. Keep rebounding, keep pushing the pace, and keep it in your tempo.
And I think that even plays more into Montague's favor, that they've had a rough stretch lately. Because, I mean, it's do or die right here for you. You're not expected to even be competitive in this game. And if you're Ludington, I mean, you can't lose this one. I mean, all the pressure's on Ludington. There's no pressure on Montague today. It's all on Ludington here. As a former athlete, I liked those games quite a bit where I was the underdog. You can go out there and just play however you want, play free, play hard, and put the pressure on the other team.
Yeah, and that's what I kind of think happened in that Shelby loss again for Montague. Shelby came in and just played the way they needed to, and Montague maybe wasn't ready for that. Now, if Ludington does the same thing here, they could be threatening not just a loss, but a conference championship share rather than just an outright win, which would not be great in the view of Ludington's season thus far.
Yeah. I mean, this is all the pressure's on them. It reminds me of coaching Shelby's. I coach Shelby's JV soccer team. I help out with varsity after the season. But last year we were at the top of the conference the first halfway through. Those second half games were not very fun. I mean, you just have a target on your back. Everybody's trying to get you. I mean, there's a lot of games we thought weren't going to be very close, where teams were just they gave it their all against us. So I mean, what do you have to do if you're Ludington to stop that pressure that you know Montague's going to bring?
Just again, play at your tempo, play free, play like you normally would. Treat it as any other game against any other team. Even though it's a big important game, stay relaxed, stay calm. Keep shooting, keep the pace going, keep the press going, and just play in your tempo and play at your speed and stay relaxed.
Yep. So this game could, though, I think, be a little bit closer than we thought. I was just looking at some stats. Ludington beat Fremont by 16 recently. Montague beat them by 8 earlier this season. Montague won by 30 versus Oak Ridge, and Ludington won by 38 recently. So some of these recent opponent scores are pretty similar. Do you think that might give Montague a better shot tonight?
Yeah, especially like you were saying with that pressure being all on Ludington, playing against a team like Fremont. Fremont is not a bad team, and Montague played really well in that game. I was there. I think I announced it with Tate. It was just a hard nose. Montague played the way they needed to play, and if they play like that against Ludington, this could be a 5-10 point game, and it could be a lot closer than Ludington thinks.
Yeah, I mean, in these big games, 5-10 points might seem like a big difference, but when you're the underdog, you're going into that fourth quarter down 5-10 points. I mean, that's all you can ask for, right? A chance to come back in the fourth quarter and steal a win.
Yeah.
So I definitely hope we're in for one of those tonight. That'd be fun.
Yep. And again, back to that turnover thing. If Montague can keep the turnovers down, they're averaging 19.3 turnovers as a team a game. That's pretty high. I've been inside those inside of Coach Osborne's huddles before the game, and part of that is less than 10, less than 50. You want to hold the opposite team to less than 50 and have less than 10 turnovers. And so far, Montague has failed to do that almost double than what the goal is. So if they can keep that under 10 or keep that under even 15, they have a much better shot at winning this game than what they will if they don't. Turnovers have been the bane of their existence for not only the boys team for this Montague squad, but also the girls team. So if they can continue to play hard and play at their pace and limit the turnovers, I think again this is going to be a really close game. And Ludington's got their work cut out for them.
They definitely do. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting to see how Ludington handles that pressure. Now, on the soccer pitch this fall, they handled that pressure quite well, joining the new conference, going undefeated, and right now they're looking to run it back with basketball. They haven't lost a conference game yet. I mean, what do you think that speaks of to? I mean, now Ludington's got a few athletes that were on both teams. What do you think that speaks of those athletes that have been on both of these teams and just Ludington joining the conference as a whole?
Well, I think it speaks to how newer teams and newer schools joining the conference improves the competition level overall. Ludington, great athletic school. They have joined this conference, gone undefeated so far, and are forcing those smaller schools or maybe the schools in their division to improve, to work harder, and to grow as athletic programs. And I think that's really good, and that goes to just show how much the WMC is looking to improve and to grow. But to your point, for them it just goes to show that they have athletes, and that when it comes to soccer, basketball, and probably any spring sport, that they're going to continue to be athletic, continue to be a problem for not just now, but the future. I know they have a few guys on this squad who are, actually a lot of guys on this squad who are juniors and have a whole nother season next year, and they have a bright future ahead for them.
Oh yeah, I mean, definitely. They definitely do. We've got about 2 minutes till tip-off here. And I was looking at the history between these two teams. I couldn't find nothing, Connor. Before this season, I was not able to find Montague and Ludington playing each other in boys basketball since the MHSAA started keeping records in the 2009-2010 season. I didn't find one result for Montague versus Ludington. So, I mean, what do you think the new conference does in terms of sparking new potential rivalries?
I think it does a lot. I know in the past, especially playing all 4 years for Montague basketball, I don't think we ever played them, and I don't think we ever played them in the playoffs either. They are a good squad. Definitely goes to show just how much this improves the WMC, and yeah, this is a good squad. I think they can go deep in the playoffs, and I think they can make a run at it.
For sure, they did so in 2017. I unfortunately had to play that team my senior year. Wasn't very fun, let me tell you that. They went all the way, lost in state finals. So, I mean, they've been there before, right? This coaching staff has been there before. I'm sure some of these kids grew up playing basketball with those guys, right? I mean, they know what they got to do to make it that far for sure.
Yep. And we are coming down to the final seconds before tip-off. Montague looking to get a win here over the Ludington Orioles at home, and then Ludington looking to get a win to keep their conference number one conference spot tonight for prior to the Whitehall game on Thursday.
Yeah, and that's going to be so important. You know these Ludington kids, they don't want a co on their conference champion banner. Nobody wants that, right? No. You're going for the outright title all the way.
We're going to get started with the national anthem, and then we'll be right back after that.
Educate and inspire all students to become motivated, articulate, productive, and successful citizens for today, tomorrow, and forever. Montague High School, along with the West Michigan Conference, takes the position that learning to practice good sportsmanship is essential for the complete education of our students. Respect, fairness, courtesy, and graceful acceptance of the results are all characteristics of good sports. With that in mind, we ask all fans to refrain from booing, harassment of players or officials, or any conduct showing disrespect to our opponents. Win with character and lose with dignity. Ladies and gentlemen, the privilege of this event was made possible by those who have fought and continue to fight for the freedoms we enjoy. Let us now honor and respect their efforts and our country. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. All veterans, we encourage you to render the appropriate salute, and everyone able, please stand at attention, placing your hand over your heart as we proudly sing our national anthem. Orioles starting lineup is number 13, David Schillinger. Number 23,
And we are
Gage
back.
Jones.
And Jonah here is going to announce the starting lineup for both Montague and Ludington tonight.
So it looks like Ludington's going with number 13, David Schillinger. Number 23, Gage Jones. Number 24, Daniel Ramirez. Number 34, Trey Forfinski. And number 44, Matthew Westhouse.
Townships that surround, I bring to you your Montague Wildcats. A senior, number 5, Braden Johnston.
And Montague's going with number 5, Braden Johnston.
Owen Peterson.
Number 10, Owen Peterson.
Junior, number 11, Paul Olson.
Number 11.
Number 22, Owen Rack.
I'm trying to find him here.
30,
Paul
Isaiah
Olson.
Atchison.
Number 22, Owen Rath. And number 30, Isaiah Atchison.
Our officials for tonight are
Montague's coached by Dave Osborne. And Ludington's coached by Thad Shank. And we're about ready to tip off here.
Ludington going with the small ball lineup till you see the towering number 44, Matt Westhouse. How do you think tonight's height's going to play a difference in this game?
I tell you what, they've got some confidence in Big Matt there. They've got a small lineup around him. I mean, I think that probably shows you they're going to press early, right?
Mm-hmm. Here we go. Isaiah Atchison wins the tip. Rath now bringing the ball down the court. Guarded by number 13, David Schillinger. Schillinger with the reach. Rath scrambling. Over to Peterson. Peterson to Atchison. Atchison to Rath. Back over to the corner. Great ball movement by the Cats. Able to get the save. Johnston goes up. He misses. He gets his own rebound. He puts it back and gets the easy bucket.
And right there, great job by Owen Rath bringing the ball up the floor there. He got hit early, was able to maintain possession of the ball. Did a nice job moving the ball around there.
Jones over to number 24, Ramirez, and Ramirez tries to go up on the towering Isaiah Atchison, and he gets blocked. It's going to be Ludington's ball under the hoop. Or my bad, Montague's ball under their hoop. Ludington right into the press. Olson looking to get it to the middle. Over to Pearson in the middle. Back to Olson. Montague gets it across. And it's going to be a turnover off Montague. And Ludington's press already doing work so far in this first quarter.
Yeah, this small ball lineup, they're quick. They're aggressive. They use their hands well. So Montague's already got to start figuring something out. They're lucky they didn't turn the ball over the first possession, I think.
Forfinski over to number 23, Jones, and he tries to get it back to Schillinger, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover on Ludington.
I mean, so far, Isaiah Atchison, Montague ended up with the ball, but I think Isaiah did block that. Maybe it must have landed on a Ludington player out of bounds or something.
Yeah.
But he forced a turnover there, too, already having a huge defensive impact.
Montague with another turnover. Schillinger over to number 34 for Finsky. Atchison with the rebound. He's looking to push it. He gets it to Rath over his head. And it's going to be a Montague turnover there, third of the night already, and we're not even a minute and a half in.
Ludington with an air ball on the side of the floor as a Shelby guy. Kind of disappointed the student section didn't let him hear about that air ball. They let me hear about mine back in the day.
Schillinger doesn't get the layup. Atchison with the rebound. He pushes up to Johnston. Johnston goes for the layup, and he's going to get the charge. Great, what would you call it?
Great job getting back, getting set.
Yeah, to take that charge and cause the fourth Montague turnover already tonight.
I'd say Ludington's just got about just as many, though. Not something we saw coming, especially with Ludington going with the small lineup. And there's another one, although it looks like they're going to call a kickball here, and this is going to go back to Ludington. But Montague's defense really putting the pressure on.
Ludington in the box set, under the hoop. Try to go over Atchison. Westhouse with it. He gets it over to Schillinger. Schillinger drives baseline, dumps it off. Rath with the tip, and it's going to go out of bounds on Rath. It's going to be Ludington's ball on the right side. Schillinger with the ball out of bounds. Westhouse in that same box set. Atchison tips it out. It's going to be a Ludington ball on the sideline now.
And I mean, what are we talking about earlier? Montague just playing like they got nothing to lose, right? I mean,
Exactly.
this is it. This is the conference for them tonight. They got to win this, and they are putting the pressure on Ludington. Low score so far, a few minutes in, 2-0 Montague's lead.
Ramirez guarded closely by Rath. Rath over to Schillinger, or not Rath. Ramirez over to Schillinger. Back to Ramirez. He hits it off the top. That's going to be no good for Ludington. Johnston over to Peterson. Peterson bobbles it. He gets it back to Olson.
I think that's one you want back there if you're Montague. They had about a 3-on-1, but Peterson just couldn't quite control it on the fast break.
Rath with the corner jumper. He misses off the back iron. Fafinski with the rebound there. Over to Jones. Jones over to Schillinger. Schillinger shoots from three. He misses. Ramirez with the good offensive board. Fafinski back over to Jones. Jones drives. He misses. Falls over. And Atchison with the steal. And Montague the other way. Peterson looking to get it somewhere. Gets it to Johnston in the middle. Dumps it to Isaiah. Good look. Just not able to catch it.
And Ludington coach Thad Shank not very happy right now with the way his team started off. Subs all 5 out.
And that's when your team's not playing well, getting a new 5 out can sometimes give them a break and calm them down a little bit. And that's exactly what you want to do if you're a coach.
Yeah, well, I think it does a good job. One at if you think your kids aren't playing hard, it does a good job showing them, hey, I got 5 other guys who can play hard here.
Yep.
But I also think it does a lot of good for the kids too. And apparently it worked because Cole Anthus just hit a 3 for Ludington. But I think it also just gives those 5 guys a break, right? Let them restart, start fresh. Whatever led to this bad start before the game, right? Let's start over and.
Rath with the almost and one, but they're going to call it on the ground. Good rebound by him to get up there and grab that. Montague in the box set. Olson with the ball under the hoop. Rath cutting. Olson still with the ball. He gets it to Rath. Rath looking to get somewhere. He gets Cole on his feet, gets a good drive, good 2 steps off the fake. Ludington going the other way. Ants over to number 21, Aiden Gilchrist. Number 5, Spencer Holmes with the ball. He gets it over to 15, Chase Hackert. Now number 11, Levi Lehman with the ball. He tries to push it down to number 21, Aiden Gilchrist again. Johnston going the other way. Looking to get somewhere. Gets it to Peterson. Peterson goes up. Doesn't make it. Atchison with the follow-up in the bucket.
Over number 30, Isaiah Atchison.
Over to number 5, Holmes. Peterson with the foul. It's going to be Ludington ball on the blocking foul.
Number 10, Owen Peterson.
And I think these refs are making a statement early. They're letting them play today for sure. I think they're doing a good job keeping it both ways. But this is a physical game so far, a lot of turnovers. And if you're Montague, that's exactly the game you want this to be.
Number 5, Spencer Holmes, not able to get that 3 to go. Atchison the other way, gets it over to Osborne with a great pass. And Osborne just barely misses it. He goes back up off the Peterson rebound. And it's going to be a foul on number 2, Cole Ants. I think it's going to be on the shot. Refs having a little discussion.
I think they're trying to figure out if that was an over the back or not.
I think Johnston had the rebound before he boxed him out, and then he put the shot up as he was boxing him out, and he's invading the shooter's space at that point, and it is a foul.
I 100% agree with that. That's a great call by the refs there. You might see that one go as an over the back in some books, but I mean it's just a tall guy getting the rebound. And props to Cole for really he was really trying to box him out of there.
Yeah, and as a small guy myself, when you box that guy out, you have to know when you got to be done boxing him out, because that's when you get the over the back call.
Yep.
Cole going the other way. He's trying to find something, gets it up the court quickly. He attacks, goes right over Atchison at number 11, Levi Lehman, over to number 21, Aiden Gilchrist. He gets it over to number 5, and number 11, Lehman with the shot from the corner, and he hits that 3.
3 points for the Orioles, scored by number 11.
And I can't tell which Oriole drove there, but Montague's ankles might have been a little bit broken on that drive there, Connor. That was a pretty nasty, quick move you saw from Ludington.
And we got a sub. Osborne hurt, goes out holding his left eye, or right eye, my bad. Couldn't really tell. And he gets subbed out for Osborne out for Dakari. Dakari looking to get it up the floor. Cole Ants with the steal. Montague with the steal again, and he gets fouled by Ants again. So far, Johnston and Ants with a little bit of beef on the court. Going back and forth right now.
And man, if you're Montague, that's what you want right there. I mean, you're up 8-6, getting close to the end of the first quarter here. A couple minutes left. And yeah, you're not looking to make this game close, right? You're trying to win.
Yep.
And you're trying to make this thing physical. You're taking it right at Ludington today.
Rath with the good spin move, hop step into the jumper. He misses. And it's going to be the foul on Ants again on the same call. Ludington fans not happy about that one. Again, you got that one the first time. What are you going to do on that second one in order to avoid that?
Well, you see, when the Montague players goes up, you can't keep boxing out. Hey, it's a foul. What can I say? And there, technically there is no such foul as an over the back foul. It's called a push in the back.
Yep.
And Johnston's doing a great job of just staying straight up. He's willingly getting boxed out. He's just jumping up and making a play. Not much to complain about there, in my opinion.
Williams with the tough pass. Johnston gets back, and he's going to call the foul. Ref calls the foul on Johnson for Schillinger. Schillinger's going to go to the line for the and one there.
Wildcats, call number 32, Kate Johnson.
And Montague with a few subs. Johnson and Brassfield in for Johnston, Braden, and Isaiah Atchison. Schillinger shooting his first of the night. He misses. He's now 0 for 1 from the line. Ludington with the initial rebound, then tips it out, and it's going to be Ludington's ball off Montague. Ludington in the box set. Number 23, Jones with the shot. He hits that. His first 3 of the night. Brassfield with the ball. Jones with the steal. And it's going to be out of bounds on the right side. Montague, nobody thought the play stopped, but it's going to be Montague's ball.
I think I did hear a whistle in there. Not sure any of the players did, but yep, Montague ball right now.
Rath with the lost ball. Schillinger with the steal. He loses it. Rath with the steal again. It's going to be Montague ball. In a scramble, it's Montague ball now on the sideline off Schillinger. Schillinger not happy about that one.
Great job by Owen Rath there. He made a bad turnover, and he hustled like heck to get back and get that ball again.
And it's going to be another turnover on Rath. And he's going to get the foul. Ludington on the sideline in front of Montague's student section. Montague's student section in a different spot than normal tonight. A little bit farther down.
I think last time they were in the last section, so they're trying to mix things up today. It didn't go well last time, right?
Yeah.
Let's mix things up, try and get a win tonight.
Schillinger attacks, kicks it out to Jones. Jones readjusts, takes the shot. Westhouse with the rebound. Schillinger makes sure he's not stepping on the three-point line. And Ludington with a little bit of a run here. Down 2, now they're up 3 after a few good shots from Ludington here.
And I think what Montague was missing there during that, they're going to play good defense, right? They have all season. They're playing excellent defense tonight, but they just haven't been getting those buckets to go in. The turnovers, like we talked about earlier, if they cut those turnovers down, this would be a totally different game right now.
Yeah, and already we've seen about 6 or 7 in this first quarter.
And props to those Ludington starters coming back in.
13.
Props to those Ludington's their starting 5 coming back in, and they look like a totally different team from the first 2 minutes.
Yep. And Montague now with the ball under the hoop. Williams with the ball out of bounds gets it over to Johnston. Johnston looking to get it to his guard. He starts to dribble. Williams with the ball now. He attacks sideline. And another Montague. He's going to call it off Montague. It's going to be Ludington ball. And an unsuccessful press breaker. Ludington back in the normal box set. A little bit of a mismatch on Westhouse. Westhouse puts it up and right over Brassfield. Montague looking to attack now. Williams looking to get it somewhere. He has a good fake, takes a good shot, and makes it. Goes coast to coast with a 3 on a great move. Jones now back the other way. Guarded closely by Johnson. Jones over to Schillinger. Schillinger looking to get it to Westhouse. And he misses. Schillinger misses. And it's going to be Ludington turnover, I think. And Montague ball on the sideline. Now Johnston coming in for Cade Johnson.
That three-pointer there really seemed to spark the Wildcats. I tell you what, energy picked up in the gym quite a bit.
And Rath trying to get through. He gets fouled on his a little bit of a fumble there, but it's now going to be Montague ball under the hoop, and they're going to look to break this press finally. Over to Williams. Williams over to, he's going to take the shot, I think. Oh, nope. He kicks it over to Brassfield. Brassfield down to Johnston. Johnston with the spin move. Put up, and he misses. Brassfield with the good rebound. Almost loses out of bounds. Good save. Pearson with the tip. Pearson looking to attack. Over to Johnston. Johnston now looking to attack. Doesn't have anybody. Goes up with it by himself with a little right-handed hook jumper, and he hits that.
I tell you what, you love to see a good baby hook every now and then.
Jones over to Ramirez. Ramirez trapped in the corner. It's going to be out of bounds on Ludington. Montague playing some great defense, and they are going to be going the other way. Tough pass for Rath. Rath unable to get it. Montague turnover. Schillinger with it now. Trying to attack. It's going to be a travel on Schillinger. Almost a foul by Rath, but good defense there and a good call by the ref on the step back. Unfortunately, no James Harden step backs tonight.
Nope. Schillinger leading their team in points per game. Looking to pull the NBA move off, but not quite yet.
And a close game so far in this first quarter, 13-15, fast-paced, turnover-ridden, but a great one nonetheless.
I mean, yeah, if you're Montague, you got to be really happy. You're down 2 after the first quarter. You're more than in this thing. You're looking to, I'd say even Montague's even played better basketball up to this point. Just quite haven't gotten the shots to fall yet.
Yeah, and Montague, if they can keep that turnover ratio down, they are going to be in this game. As we saw, with even 6 to 8 turnovers in the first quarter, they're still in this game by 2. Now imagine what they do with 1 or 2 less as it is. Ludington also shooting the ball pretty good from outside. I mean, other than missing their first one, they've hit, I think, 3 after that. Playing great defense, great pressing, great on Ludington's side. Montague and then playing great defense in the half court. I'd like to see the offensive side for both teams get a little bit better of a spark and to get going a little bit more and make this game a little bit more high scoring.
And I think Ludington's 15-1 for a reason. You know they're going to do that at some point today.
Yep.
So if you're Montague, you got to be able to match it when Ludington gets hot. That's the key really for teams that are looking to make a big upset in a basketball game. Your defense is on. You're creating turnovers like you're playing a good team. They're going to hit some shots at some point. Can you match it?
Yep. Jones attacks, tries to go over Atchison. Atchison tips it, and it's going to be out on Atchison. And Ludington's ball under the hoop on the left side.
Atchison made that one look pretty easy.
Yeah.
Those big guys, they like to swat them, but do you want to see them grab it every once in a while, not give the ball back to the other team on an easy one like that?
Yeah, Jones with the ball, looking to attack down the middle. Over to Westhouse. Westhouse shoots from the corner, a little bit of a jumper there, and he hits that from the corner. It's now 13-17 Ludington. Ludington in the press, gets a turnover, drops it down to Jones. Jones with the layup, he misses, wants the foul. No foul called. Westhouse now looking for the 3. Gets it over to Ramirez. Ramirez to Schillinger. Schillinger takes the 3. He hits his 7th point of the night and second 3. Now Montague back into the line press breaker. Johnston over to Peterson. Peterson with the steal, and the ref's going to call it out of bounds on that left side. Ludington's ball, and a new 5 for Ludington here. And the press working wonders for Ludington so far in this game, forcing Montague to push the pace a little bit and to turn it over a little bit.
Yeah, and I tell you what, this 5 in, 5 out, the Ludington's running right now. What it does for you as a team is it just, you got 10 guys who are just playing at a really high level.
Yep.
10 guys you can throw in that starting lineup. That's what I always loved watching. Ludington seems to have that quite a bit. All the kids on the bench know what they're doing and they're going to make a game competitive no matter who you're playing on your bench. And
Williams with the assist to Rath on the 3. Now we have Ants with the turnover, bringing the ball back down the court. Great defense by Peterson there. And Montague looking to get something going to make this game, to cut the lead down to 1 to 2 points.
Yeah, that was huge.
Peterson bringing the ball down the court. Johnston over to Rath. Rath attacks. Good spin move. And he's going to call the travel. I'm not sure that was a travel, but the ref saw something that maybe we didn't, maybe an extra step there.
Yeah, that's 100% not a travel. You see a lot of refs in this West Michigan Conference who've been doing it for a long time. Yeah, that one dribble and a spin, that's definitely a clean move all day.
Yep. And it's going to be a Ludington ball off a tip by Montague. Schillinger now in for Ants.
David Schillinger checking in for the Orioles.
And Ludington looking to get some scoring going with Ants now in. And now we have Olsen in for Williams. And basically a whole new 5 minus Schillinger for Ludington. And Montague's starting 5 back in now. Number 11, Lehman gets the ball out wide, over to 21. Back over to Schillinger. Rath jumps off the fake. Now Johnson off the fake for number 5. Lehman with the ball in the corner. He kicks it over to number 34. Schillinger with the ball again. He attacks. Good attack, but not able to finish it. Johnston with the rebound. Montague looking to push it back down the floor. Peterson with the crossover with 2 on. Johnston with the good pass to Olsen. Over to Rath. Rath shoots it, and he slings it, and it is good. Wet ball, you might call it. Now he's hit 2 in a row from the same spot. Ludington down the other way. Number 5, Spencer Holmes. Over to number 21, Gage Jones, or my bad, number 21, Gilchrist. Lehman attacks, blocked by Atchison. It's going to be a jump ball after a tip back into Lehman. And it's going to be Montague ball, I think, off the jump ball there. And we got a sub, Rath out for Osborne. Osborne going to look to handle the ball as well as Rath did. Johnston over to Olsen. Olsen looking to attack. He's bringing it down the court, guarded heavily by number 34 for Finsky. Olsen picks up his dribble. Osborne in the corner, now over to Atchison. Atchison with a risky pass over to Osborne. Osborne attacks with a good attack. Misses, but he almost gets his own rebound. Now Lehman with the ball. He's going the other way, guarded heavily by Atchison. Lehman over to number 21, Gilchrist. Gilchrist out to number 5, Spencer Holmes. Holmes over to Lehman again. Lehman shoots the 3. Now he is 2 for 2 from the wing.
3 points for the Orioles for number 11.
Olsen getting the ball in off the press breaker. Back to Olsen. Olsen over to Osborne. Osborne with the clear lane. He's going to attack. Throws the lob for Atchison. Atchison over to Johnston. Johnston puts it up, and it's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to be Ludington ball the other way. And
number 15,
a new 5 for Ludington here as we near the halfway point in the second quarter. What a series of events so far. Fast-paced and a little bit, I don't know what you'd call, maybe the refs aren't calling much. It's not, they're letting them play.
It's chippy out there,
yeah,
Connor.
That's what it is.
I'm glad I'm sitting here. I don't want to be out there right now. These teams are going at it. And now we've seen Ludington start to hit some shots. Rath for Montague doing a great job answering so far. But man, I think you're up 4 right now. If you're Ludington, you got some momentum. I mean, if you're the undefeated leaders in the conference right now, you got to put up some points right here. This is a big moment.
Yep. Schillinger almost lose the ball again. It's going to be a 3 by him. He misses. He's now 2 for 4 from the line, or from the 3-point line. Atchison now handling the ball up the court, attacking all the way over to Pearson. He tips it. Ludington the other way. Number 15, Chase Hackert. He gets the bucket. Montague right the other way, trying to answer back. Osborne with the attack. No numbers. He goes up, misses. Westhouse with the rebound. Over to Jones. Jones over to Hackett. Hackett looking to attack. He gets it back to Westhouse. Westhouse over to Jones. Jones looking to shoot it. He misses it. He doesn't shoot it. He fakes over to Hackett. Ramirez attacking back to Hackett. Hackett with the bobble over to Westhouse in the corner. Westhouse over to Schillinger. He shoots a 3. He's now 2 for 5 from there. Johnston with the rebound, but it's on his back.
Oh my goodness.
Jones attacking now. Now Atchison with his 3rd block on Jones. Montague playing great defense so far. Hackett over to Ramirez. Ramirez gets fouled by Osborne. It's going to be a reach-in foul on number 2, Osborne. And great defense by Montague there for, 40 seconds almost.
Holy smokes. What? I mean, great job to Ludington, too, for being able to stay in it that long. I mean, Atchison was just owning the paint right there. They just kept taking it right at him.
Rathen
and I do think it's Hackert, by the way. I only know that because I got absolutely torched by a Hackert back in the day, Connor.
Rath back in for Osborne now. Jones looking to attack. Back over to Schillinger. He shoots. He hits his third three of the night. He's now 3 for 6 from the three-point line, over exactly 50%. And Ludington up 9 now with 2 minutes 58 seconds left to play so far in the second quarter.
If you're Montague right now, you've got to do a better job at guarding the three-point shooter. You already played him once this year, but as somebody who played Ludington every single season, this is what their teams do. They drive and they kick it out and they look for three-point shooters.
Yep.
They shoot a lot of threes. And right now, Montague, I mean, all of Schillinger's threes have been pretty much wide open and uncontested. You can see him when Montague runs his zone. He's got his hand up the whole time because he just wants the ball and he wants to shoot. You give a shooter that much time to stare at the rim and think about making a shot, right? That's it's going to go in when it gets to him.
Yep. Schillinger now with 10 points. Olsen trying to break the press. Looks for Peterson. Gets it over to Johnston instead. Over to Olsen. Olsen needs to get it across half court. He attacks. He's running the one now. Olsen handling the ball. Over to Rath. Rath shoots a deep one. He hits it! His third three of the night, and he is hot from three-point range. I think he's 3 for 4 now.
He wanted the and one on that too. He might have got a little bump.
Yeah. Jones now looking for the three-point shot. Great defense by Pearson, and he's going to get the foul called. It's going to be Ludington's ball on the right sideline.
The Wildcats called on number 10, Owen Peterson.
I mean, I tell you what, this is a great sign for, if you're Montague. Owen Rath with 11 already, which is more than his average, and that's what you'd like to see. You like to see him getting going early. And at Montague, they're still within 6 points. I mean, this is more than a ball game here.
Yep. Peterson playing great defense on Jones there. He is going to get the pass over to Westhouse. Westhouse posting up on Brassfield. Gets it over. And it's going to be a foul on Rath, I think. And it's going to be an and one bucket. If you're Montague, I would threaten fronting that post. You out athleticism Westhouse a little bit with Brassfield on him. But they're going to opt to switch Isaiah Atchison in to guard him instead.
Both times Isaiah's gone out, immediately Westhouse has gotten buckets in the paint.
Yep.
I mean, that just speaks volumes to what Isaiah Atchison does defensively. I mean, he's a rim protector. That's what he is.
Yep. And he hits his shots. Westhouse proven to be a good shooter so far on the night. He's hit one from the corner, and now he's hit a free throw. And I'm excited to see if maybe they can stretch the floor out a little bit with that.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen that in the college and NBA, big men starting to be able to shoot.
Yep.
I mean, what does that do for a basketball team when your big guy can light it up?
Rath with the missed three, gets his own rebound, and it's going to be a foul on Rath. He thought he hit that one on the pull-up three, crossed Schillinger up a little bit, but he missed it, and it's going to be Ludington's going to be shooting on the foul by Rath.
Number 4.
And you're glad to see Rath playing hard, but that's not a smart foul. You got 3 in the first half now.
Yep.
I know you think you can go get that ball, but if he's already got it in his hands, you can't put your body on the line like that, especially when you got 2 already.
Yep. Schillinger shooting his second and third on the night. He missed his first. Makes his second, looking to make a third here. Williams in for Rath after his third foul. Schillinger hits his second, proven to be a good shooter from the line so far. Got to get it across half court if you're Montague. It's going to be a white ball off Ludington. Oh, my bad. It's going to be Montague ball on the foul by Aiden Gilchrist, and Montague's going to be shooting. And now from the line, Ludington fans not happy, nor his coach.
No, not happy at all. I didn't have a very good angle at that over there, but it's certainly from Johnston's reaction to it, at least, it looked like he knew he dropped the ball out of bounds.
Yeah. Oh, and it looks like correction. It will be out of bounds on the right or on the left sideline. My bad. Montague's ball. Montague in a box set now. Ludington in the zone. Williams with the ball, brings it up the right side. He's trapped over to Johnston. Johnston tries to pass it over. Jones intercepts it. Over to Holmes there. Gilchrist now over to Jones. Jones fakes the jumper. And gets it over to Schillinger, who makes the layup. Delay of game warning on Schillinger for touching the ball after it went through the hoop. He gets another one of those. It's going to be a technical foul.
And I think, most of the time the refs let those slide. I mean, Schillinger grabbed it, and he looked like he was going to set it under the hoop for the Montague player to grab. He kind of rolled it away from him a little bit. A little bit of attitude there in that rebound after the made hoop.
Yep, and now it's going to be a foul on Lehman, and it's going to be Atchison shooting at the line now. And we got subs Ramirez in for, looks like number
24, Daniel Ramirez.
Looks like he's going to be taking out number 5 or number 23. Let me see here.
Gage Jones.
Yep, for the Ludington Orioles. Dropping Holmes back deep with Williams on him. Atchison shooting his first 2 of the night. He makes his first, looking to make a second. He's now 1 for 1 from the line.
So Ludington's got a 12-point lead right now. What do you got to get this down to really, I mean, if you're Montague, 11, now it's 11. I mean, 11 points is not, you're still in it, but what do you got to get to really make this thing competitive?
6.
Got to get it down to 6. That's the magic number here with 1:11 left.
Yep.
Wildcats, foul on number 10, Owen Peterson.
They're going to call the foul on Peterson on the shot.
Schillinger shooting for the Orioles.
He makes the shot. Now we're going to have Osborne in for Peterson. And they're going to count the basket. Another and one. And it's going to be Schillinger shooting his 5th on the night. Or 4th on the night, my bad. He's 3 for 4 from the line. And he makes that one. Johnson with the ball over to Williams, playing a 2-man game in the backcourt.
I mean, that bucket by Schillinger coming off a fast break.
And he shoots the 3. He hits it. And it's going to be a now 16-point lead for Ludington.
And man, he threw up that 3-point sign, and he meant it.
It's going to be a foul now on Holmes. Shooting for the Wildcats here is going to be Osborne.
Spencer Holmes. Number 44, Matthew Westhouse.
You got to like playing team basketball, Connor, but at what point? I mean, you really got to start looking to guard Schillinger. I mean, he's torching you.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're just Montague has no. Nobody's saying I've got 13. Watch 13 as he goes to that side of the floor, right?
Yep.
I mean, you gotta at some point you gotta double him. You gotta at least make it a point of emphasis to guard him.
Atchison with the almost rebound, but Westhouse doing a good job to box him out and get that. Schillinger attacks, kicks it over to Holmes in the corner, and he hits that 3.
3 points for the Orioles, Spencer Holmes.
Got to get it across half court. It's going to be a foul on Holmes on the reach.
Foul for the Orioles is number 5.
And it's going to be Montague. I think it's Paul Olson shooting from the line for the Cats.
I mean, 30 seconds ago they're down 11, right? And you're talking we got to get it to 6. You'd be pretty happy with 11, I think.
Yep.
I mean, 28 seconds has gone by, and holy cow, Ludington's almost put this thing away.
Yep. Olson hits his first, and that starts drops it down to, I think it's 18 now. Olson missing the second. Schillinger tries to get the foul. He doesn't. Over to Gilchrist. Gilchrist over to Lehman. Lehman over to Ramirez in the corner. Back to Ramirez. Ramirez shoots. He misses that 3. Barely comes out. and it's going to be a foul on Lehman. I think that's his third.
Man, you can tell Schillinger wants that basketball. He is still feeling it.
Yep. Schillinger with 19 in the first half already. Playing really well so far. Johnson shooting for the Cats right now, one of Montague's best shooters from the line. In the double bonus now, so he'll shoot 2. Makes his first, looking to make a second.
And that's, I mean, when you're the underdog, Ludington's, they're on fire right now. You got to make your free. Montague's doing a great job hitting their free throws.
Yep.
If you don't make those, you're not going to have a chance.
Yep.
But you keep making those free throws. You maybe come out hot in the third quarter, and hopefully, I mean, this got out of hand pretty quick. But
and I would be face guarding Schillinger right now. But Jones attacks on the Schillinger now attacking. He hits a really tough layup to bring this game back to an 18-point lead for the Orioles here. And it is 27-45. Ludington up so far in this first half. But Montague playing well, I think. Just a little bit of a run there by Ludington. And Ludington got hot. Schillinger got hot. And that's what caused this little bit of a lead here for Montague. What do you think Montague needs to do in order to come back?
I don't see her.
Guard Schillinger.
Yeah.
Come on, he's torching you. He's getting easy buckets. He's you're letting big guys switch onto him. You're not trying to guard him in the zone. You're just letting him do his thing. Yeah, you got to guard Schillinger, and Rath's got to stay out of foul trouble. He was, I mean, for a little bit there, was kind of single-handedly keeping him in this with some huge threes. You've got to stay in this game. You need somebody. I don't think Montague has anybody that can guard Schillinger other than Rath. I mean, you saw those points went up quick after Rath went out there. So yeah, I mean, you gotta guard Schillinger better. You gotta make up those points now. There's a lot of 18 points to be made up. And I mean, when you're playing a good team like Ludington, it might be over already for you. And I think you might be happy to just keep it like this in the second half.
And the score is 27 Montague to 45 Ludington at the end of this first half. We'll be back at the start of the second half. And until then, this is Connor Rath and Jonah Kelly, and we'll see you in the second half.
36, 40, 40 years, anybody? 40 years, okay. 45. Now you guys were second place, and they already found the Yodels over there, so you guys get to have it. How's that sound? Does that sound good? And how many years were you married again? 64, and what's the secret? To do what you're told. I like that. Good idea. Good idea. Well, you go out there and tell them that you guys were the winners, and they'll hit you up with some sugar. How's that sound? Perfect. Perfect.
Half of conference basketball, and as the announcer Henry Bailey just said, we have a New York Giants NFL player here tonight. I can't say his name correctly.
Khalil Pimpleton, Muskegon High School grad. He was on the Detroit Lions Hard Knocks episodes, playing for the Giants right now.
And Montague Johnston opening up with a missed jumper there, and going into the zone. Jones takes a three. He hits. Ludington just hot from the three-point line right now.
Oh, my goodness. They're going to just start pouring it on here.
And Rath attacks. He's going to get fouled by Westhouse there. A little bit smaller than Westhouse.
I don't think he thinks so. I mean, man, he was looking for the rim on that one. He didn't get very close to it.
No,
but,
he did not.
He was able to draw the foul pretty well.
He's going to be taking his first free throws of the night. Misses his first. Looking to make his second. Montague shooting good from the free throw line so far tonight, only missing 2 or 3 so far. Rath with his second. And he hits. Rath gets back now.
And I mean, Rath being in the game, I mean, already having an impact, right?
Yep.
After being out with 3 fouls. Got to be very careful not to get your 4th here.
Yep. Down to Westhouse in the post. He goes over Atchison, and it's going to be a foul on Westhouse. Montague's ball.
And I mean, you also see the defensive, I mean, like we've been talking about, the defensive presence of Atchison. I mean,
Yep.
Westhouse just not having a lot going on when Atchison is in the paint.
Get it across. You got to get it across if you're Montague. And that's going to be Schillinger's first, I guess. I thought it would have been more than that, but I guess not.
I've been watching on this game. He plays some fantastic defense. And that was a 50-50 one right there. He was not. He does a great job staying physical, being in good position. I think maybe just reached around the body a little bit too much.
Not sure what happened there, but Williams trying to roll it across the court to Peterson. Jones over to Fafitsky in the corner, and then in the wing, and then over to Gilchrist, who hits the three.
Man, Ludington can shoot threes. I don't know if Montague hasn't gotten the memo yet, but this 2-3 zone, they're not looking to guard 3-point shooters. They're way too focused on number 44. And I mean, props to Ludington, because every time he's open, they get him the ball, so you got to worry about him.
Atchison tries to pass it to a not paying attention Johnston. And now Schillinger with his 23rd. And now Johnston with a hurt hand. And it's going to be a timeout, full timeout for Montague. And maybe a 3-2 instead. If you want to, if you want to double down on the post, but definitely not a 2-3. That's not in my opinion, that's not the right play there. Maybe go to a 3-2 and guard all 3 of the guards out on the wing, and then double down on the post if you need to. A 2-3 is not the way to do it. You're just too spread out there. Even with the way Montague kind of spreads out their 2-3. Or even, I know they have a 1-3-1 half-court trap that could work as well, which that would stop the guards from attacking, but you would leave Westhouse one-on-one with Atchison or Olsen or Brassfield down on the post by himself, which is what I think Montague is trying to avoid. I'd almost take the one-on-one matchup for Atchison down on the post. I mean, He's not taller than Westhouse, but he's definitely longer. His wingspan is quite a bit bigger. He has a lot better opportunity at least not blocking it, but at least contesting the ball on every one of his shots.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue that that wouldn't work, though, because Ludington's such a good team, right? But I think you have to start with taking away that 3 ball from them, because, I mean, they say you live or die by it, but I tell you what, Ludington is absolutely living by it right now.
2 points for the Orioles.
And Montague with the turnover, and then the score by Ludington. Rath over to Peterson. Peterson over to Rath. Rath takes another 3. He hits that. That one was a little bit deeper than normal. That's his 4th 3 on the night. Rath hitting his 4th 3, shooting well. Peterson gets screened. They get through the screen over to Schillinger. Williams tight on Schillinger. Schillinger over to Jones in the corner. Jones fakes, attacks. Gets it over to Westhouse. Westhouse with the easy layup.
Are we sure this is a high school basketball team out here, Connor? I mean, I haven't seen a Ludington player that can dribble, can't shoot, can't play defense. I mean, holy smokes.
Yeah.
They've got guys making plays everywhere.
They even their big guys know where to be and know how to handle the ball. It's really impressive to have this kind of talent at the WMC and high school level.
For sure. I mean, sometimes you get a player or 2, or maybe you get a starting 5 that can do it. But I mean, Ludington's I haven't seen a guy, like I said, I haven't seen a guy that can't do it yet. He can't play ball at a high level.
And Montague with another turnover there on the tough pass. It's going to be Ludington's ball on the right sideline. Montague down, I think it's 28 at this point, 27.
26.
26.
Yeah.
You know I'm bad at math.
Yeah, I know. Happens to the best of us.
Rath playing good defense. Forfinski over to 13 Schillinger, looking to get his 25th. He attacks over to Jones. Jones takes his 3. He misses. Schillinger with the attack, and it's going to be a foul. Schillinger going to the line. Schillinger looking for his 24th and 25th of the night.
And I mean, these Ludington kids, you can tell they're very well coached. I mean, the second Montague does step out on them for 3s, they are attacking the hoop with a vengeance.
Yep.
I mean, against good teams like this, you saw Montague have just a very bad minute. I mean, that's all it was in the second. They were within 11 points. 1 minute later, they're down 18, 19 going into the half. I mean, that's all it takes against a really good basketball team. That's all it takes is 1 minute.
Schillinger makes his first, looking to hit his second. He makes his second, and now he'll be subbed out. He's got 25 in the night. Holmes taking his spot. Ludington still in the press. Johnston with the ball. Gets it to Atchison in the middle. Atchison attacks now.
Now, what's the Ludington with outstanding defense, forcing a 10-second call on a turnover in the backcourt for Montague. Yeah. I mean, I feel like if you're Owen Rath there, you see your team struggling, you got to go get that ball, I think, get it up the court.
Now Ants with the ball over to number 15, Hackert. Number 5, Holmes shoots. He misses. Atchison with the rebound, throws it off number 25, Joe Ben's leg, and it's going to be Montague's ball going the other way.
Great athletic play there by Atchison to keep that ball alive.
And it's going to be another foul on Ludington. Number 15, his first, team's 5th.
And I mean, I love this if you're Ludington. Now, some people don't like pressing when you're up so big. Right now, Ludington's got mostly bench guys in there. They're pressing, and they're still playing hard. Yep. I actually am a huge fan of this. One, it's not like you're not letting Schillinger run up the score.
Yep. And Langdon with another 3 there.
But I mean, I think it shows Montague a lot of respect, right? We want to keep playing you hard. We want to keep playing basketball the way we do, right? Yep. I think it's great for the game. It's going to help Montague get a lot better. It's going to help Ludington's bench guys get a lot better and get more of this real game experience. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? Yep. You don't want to see them drop back and do something they're not good at. You know,
Yep.
just stick to your bread and butter. Just put some different guys in there to do it.
And Rath with the attack and the foul. And he dumps it off to Williams. Williams tries to attack. He takes the shot. Cade Johnson with the rebound. Now it's scramble for it. Rath keeps it alive. It's going to be a jump ball, and I think that's going to be Ludington's ball. Rath hustling out there, trying to make a play.
Number 2, Hunter Osborne, checking in for the
And
Wildcats.
we're going to have a sub here. Osborne in for Peterson. Montague still looking to get something started. Quarter and a half left.
And I mean, just seeing the hustle we've seen from Rath and Atchison tonight hasn't. I mean, right now Ludington's got double their score, 62-31. But man, they have been playing their hearts out. I
Yep.
mean, how big is that to see from 2 juniors, guys who are going to be back next year? I mean, what does that say about those kids? And I mean, what that does for the program when you got guys like that coming back.
Just that you got leaders on the team, and that you have leaders who are going to be important next year, and that they're always willing to sacrifice everything, even when it's not going their way.
Definitely.
Rath with the tough rebound. He kicks it over to Osborne. Osborne back to Rath. He fakes. He attacks. It's going to be a foul on number 25. That would be Joe Benz.
Number 25,
His second,
Joe Benz.
team 7th. Rath shooting his next
Number
2.
40, Rodney Grassfield.
So 1-on-1.
Wildcats. Owen Rath shooting for the Wildcats.
He's 1 for 2 from the line so far tonight.
And I mean, we were talking about how Ludington, late in that second quarter, how Montague was still keeping it close.
Yep.
I mean, what does it say about the leaders on that team and how they were able to just so quickly put this one away?
Well, that they are willing to do anything they can to win. Schillinger continued to attack the hoop there to get something that they wanted, and he led this team to this lead. And that's going to be a foul on number. I did not hear who that was on. But Lehman's going to be shooting 2. But yeah, I think that just goes to show how well this Ludington team is led with their guards and especially from a player like Schillinger who's played pretty much out of his mind all season, especially for those younger guys to look up to.
Yeah, I mean, that's something you see out of these really, really good teams, right? Is that even when they have a bad half, I mean, they're up 30 right now.
Yep.
Against a Montague team who really has played quite scrappy tonight. I mean, that's just speaks volumes about how talented this Ludington team is. And it looks like Ludington's going to bring 5 back in, including Schillinger, who's sitting at 25 right now. I mean, you think if he puts up 5 here in this third quarter and he's sitting at 30 after 3, you don't think he's going to be thinking about getting 40 now, do you?
Possibly. If you're in a lead, if you have a lead like this, basketball etiquette would say otherwise. But you never know.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe as long as you're not pressing with your starting 5 out here,
Yep.
I don't see why he can't score. You don't want a kid to just not get any, not play at all in the second half. And I mean, like we said earlier too, I think what it does is it shows the other team some respect, right? That you say, hey, we're still going to play hard. We're going to still play our game.
Owen Rath with the deep 3, he misses that.
I think maybe there are situations where a team is, very badly outmatched. And I mean, you could perhaps argue that here. But, I mean, Montague's got great athletes. They've got great basketball players. Let's keep playing good basketball, I think. Maybe as long as your Ludington, as long as when you have your starting 5 out there, you don't press.
Yep.
I think I'm fine with that. And I think you can even keep pressing with your bench guys in.
Yep.
You just want to keep getting better.
Ramirez attacking now. Over to Westhouse. Westhouse to Gilchrist. Gilchrist attacks. He makes an easy layup.
Number 21, Aiden Gilchrist.
1 minute and 20 seconds left in this third quarter. Grassfield over to Williams.
Montague, great job breaking the press here. I mean, like we were talking about, Ludington maybe shouldn't be running that press this late in the game. But they definitely were not as aggressive as earlier, at least on that possession, I think. And that's what you like to see here.
Yeah, definitely. And Ramirez with the rebound there. Gilchrist attacking now. Not Gilchrist, my bad. Schillinger attacking now. He's got 27 now. 45 seconds left in this third quarter. Rath needs to get it across half court if he wants to keep possession here. It's going to be Montague's ball tipped off of Ludington last. And we're going to have number 24, Jacob Heisen, now for Williams.
Now, just watching this game today, what do you think Ludington's going to have to do to be able to make a late postseason run like they've been doing these last 4 or 5 years?
They just have to keep the pressure that they have, keep pressing, keep playing fast-paced, and they have a tough district from what I saw, not an easy one. Same with teams like Hart. And they just have to keep playing their game. I think Schillinger has to keep getting the shots that he's getting right now, and they'll make a deep run, I think.
Yeah, I mean, so Ludington's got Big Rapids, who's ranked 10th in the state, Cadillac 12th in the state, Hart ranked 16th in the state, and Hart hasn't even lost a game yet. Yeah, I mean, that's not what you want to see if you're Ludington.
And the nice thing though is if you are one of these higher win teams in that district, you could be on the opposite side of Hart. And if you're playing Hart, they're almost identical to this team minus the press. They play great defense. They have a really good and deep bench and a good player in Parker Hovey, surrounded by great shooters, just like Ludington is. And they have the height to be able to do all kinds of things and run all kinds of things. And they're also coached by Bronsman. I can't ever say his name right. But and he is a great coach, proven coach at Orchard View for a while. So as long as you're on the other side, I think you could do some damage in that district. And if you get out, you might have a shot at getting to the state finals.
Yeah, you definitely got a shot at getting to the state finals. I mean, you got 4 teams that are state ranked there. You're coming out of that district. You say, man, we can play with anybody, right? Or if we made it through that, right? Like, sometimes you get some of these teams like, you look at Hart maybe, who hasn't really played. They did beat Big Rapids earlier this season, but maybe they haven't had too many of those big games, right? Ludington's battle tested. Any of those teams, whichever one comes out, they're going to be battle tested and with a lot of confidence saying, let's go make a run at the state. They did that in 2017, lost in the state finals. Like I said earlier, I unfortunately had to play that team in high school. We were 2-3, and before the game, Coach Zulik said, let's just get better and have fun today, guys. And we're like, Coach Z, come on. I mean, we might be 2-3, right? But we got some guys that can play, okay? Like, let us have a chance here. And about 3 minutes in, we said, you know what, guys, let's just have fun today, okay? Let's just have fun. Have fun, try and get better. Final score 77-36.
Yeah.
Wasn't which
not much different
than this right now.
And to be honest, I graduated before the conference ever changed, so I never had an opportunity to play these guys unless we were playing in a like AYBT. The only time I think I can remember playing them was in a Montague AYBT game up at West Shore Community College. We played them, but it was more of a JV varsity mix, and I think we won. I think Tate Stein had like 34 in that game, and he plays at MCC now, and it was a good game. It was a close game, but we played extremely well. Rath now looking to get something. He gets it over to Osborne. Schillinger now with the layup. He makes that. That puts him up to 29. Rath and Schillinger jaw-jacking down the court. Rath now looking to shoot. He doesn't get anything.
I think Rath told him that was a nice layup you had there.
And Schillinger said, nope, I don't think so.
What are you talking about? These guys never talk trash, Connor. They're just telling each other, hey, you're playing hard. You're doing a great job. I respect you for being out here. They're saying all those kinds of things, right?
Yeah, definitely. And now we got a full 5 in.
And see, this is why I'm really okay with Ludington still running this press. Their starters. I mean, they're subbing so much, right? Yep. Just keep playing hard. It gives Montague a chance now to get some other guys in. Now that Ludington starters back in, I think it does a great job showing respect for the other team. I wouldn't want to see a team just sit back and kind of coast the rest of the game, right? Let's get better together at basketball.
Ants with the attack there. Back over to Holmes. Holmes to Fornitsky. Ice with the steal, and Lehman with the steal again. It's going to be a foul on Rath. Rath not happy about that one. It's going to be a blocking foul.
Foul for the Wildcats, color number 22, Owen Rath.
And that's going to be number 4 for him. I mean, at this point, I think Osborne's doing the right thing, just letting him play here, right? See if this game's out of reach. Let a guy who's going to be your senior leader next year, let him see if he can do a good job and not pick up his 5th before this game ends.
And Ants, they're a little bit confused about the travel. The problem is he caught it, then did his hop step into his shot. I coach a White Lake team, and we had practice yesterday. And one of the biggest things, a thing I see quite a bit is that exact thing. And a lot of refs aren't calling it anymore, but it is a travel.
Yeah, it definitely is. You got to hop before that ball gets to you.
Yeah, a lot of the guys, they like to catch it, then hop a little late. But you're supposed to catch it as you're hopping. And I had quite a few kids yesterday, 6th through 8th graders, who did that exact thing.
And I mean, this is coming from, you're talking one of the most elite White Lake basketball teams of all time, aren't you?
We are. I think it's 4-0 right now.
4-0. I mean, that's got to rank pretty high up on the list of all-time White Lake teams, right?
It could. Rath now trying to stop Holmes. Holmes over to Ants.
2 points for the Orioles.
There are Montague parents everywhere watching this saying, oh, no, my White Lake team back in the day, trust us, you can handle it. But I tell you what, Connor's got a squad over there.
Now we got our own intern, James iCloud Larry Cloud in with subbing out for, it looks like Jacob Heiss.
Yeah, and Connor threw a lot of names in there. His name's James Cloud. He's an intern at CatchMark. We call him Larry Bird. I mean, he can. Why is that? He's got the curly hair and he can shoot the 3-ball. I mean, that's all there is to it.
Great finish by Osborne there. A little reach back a little bit to get that one in there.
And I mean, Osborne's done as a freshman. I mean, I'm just very impressed at the way he's been able to get to the basket tonight. He hasn't been able to finish very well at the hoop. He did there. But, man, great job getting to the hoop. And you see him starting to convert those. That's what you really want to see. I mean, he could have had 10, 15 points tonight if he finishes some of those.
And it's going to be a foul on Fornitsky.
Foul for the Orioles, color number 34.
That's a hard name to say, so I'm sorry if I slaughtered it at all tonight.
And you talked about Hart being in Ludington's district. Cadillac's in there too. And Cadillac beat him by, I think, 30 earlier in the season. I don't know what was going on from Ludington in that game. Because, I mean, tonight I'm not sure anybody could beat him by even 1, much less 30. But, I mean, it looks like they've got a bit of a rivalry going. Cadillac knocked Ludington out of districts 3 times in a row. Then 2017, and then Ludington knocked him out 3 times in a row right back.
Yep.
Next year was canceled because of COVID. Ludington won again in 21. Cadillac then last year knocked them out of districts. I mean, they've got, holy smokes, they've got a rivalry going. These are some big-time games we're talking about here.
And Rath with a little bit of a block there from behind on Ants. He's trying to get something started here on the other end.
And, I mean, Montague, on the other hand, certainly they got the athletes. We certainly cannot rule out them making a postseason run, especially with the district. Like, they got Fruitport in it, Oak Ridge, OV, Spring Lake, and Whitehall to get past. All very respectable basketball teams for sure. but it's definitely winnable, I think.
Yeah, and the big name, I know last year when I had played, we got all the way through that district to the district finals, but Whitehall was the team to beat, and that's going to be the same case, I think, here for this squad and for them in this next game, or coming up in district.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you're it happened in soccer this season. Montague, a big underdog in districts, ends up knocking out Whitehall in districts in soccer. I mean, man, if you're Whitehall though, what's the one team you don't want to see in that district final? I mean, that's got to be Montague, right?
Yep.
You do not want to see your arch rival in that game.
Yeah.
You want somebody else to. I don't care if they're better, right? You do not want to see Montague there. They are coming for your life.
And I think districts this year are at Oak Ridge for this Montague squad. It's either at Oak Ridge or at Ravenna. Not quite sure.
And that's, I mean, in my opinion, I loved shooting in Oak Ridge's gym. You got to think that'll play to Owen Rath's shooting prowess that he's shown tonight.
Scorer number 2, Hunter Osborne.
And Ludington looking to get some subs in here. Ants attacking over to Ferfinski. Holmes now on the attack. Gets followed by Johnston and the and one. And he'll be going to the line. He's got 6 now. Looking to get his 7th.
Off the Wildcats, caller number 5, Braden Johnston.
And I think Ludington's got some subs coming in here. Schillinger not going to be one of them. Probably just don't want to get your go-to scorer injured. Probably no sense to put him in now, right? This game's out of reach. Let's let everybody else get some playing time. I mean, just great job overall tonight by Thad Shank. I mean, you got everybody's playing hard, managing the game well. Not running up the score at all. I mean, just well done there, and I can see why they are undefeated in the conference so far.
And we had number 3 Robbie Killips check in for the Orioles. Number 25 Joe Benz. Number 42 Ryan Millspaugh. Number 54 Luke Hackert, and number 15 Chase Hackert. Montague had Clay Johnson check in, and it looks like they also had Blake Harriman's check in as well.
CatchMark intern James Cloud, unfortunately unable to get any of his famous three-point attempt. Infamous if you're on the other team, on the receiving end of those. Unable to get any three-point attempts off. But it looks like he's actually checking back in. He's got to get his shots up tonight.
Yeah, and we are rooting for him too. Rath, it looks like he's going to be out for him.
Number 33, James Cloud, checking in for the Wildcats.
Looks like that's probably going to be it tonight for Rath. Finishes with 17, Montague's top scorer. And I think Schillinger finished with something around 27, right? He's not in, so his number's not up on the scoreboard for us, but somewhere around there.
And looks like it's going to be an air ball and a no-rim violation, possibly.
Oh, it is.
Maybe.
Yeah, definitely. That definitely didn't hit anything. His team thought it was hilarious. He actually came over to the bench, pointing at the rim, saying he did hit it. I think we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He gets the rim on that one. Ball don't lie, right?
Yep.
That's how that works.
Cloud over to Harriman's. Harriman's attacking now. He gets it over to Osborne. Harriman's attacking. He kicks it over to Osborne. Osborne shoots from the corner. He barely misses. Cloud with the almost rebound. It's going to go to Ludington.
I think the line tripped him on that one. Those lines drawn on the court, they can get you sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Ludington passing the ball around, looking to get a shot. Great Euro step, but doesn't get it. iCloud with the rebound. He's looking to get it somewhere. He attacks. Turns back around. He's looking to attack again. Kicks it over to Heiss. Heiss looking to attack now. He does. What?
Oh my goodness!
I don't know how that one went in.
Are you kidding me?
That one's that did some magic in the air. I don't know what happened there.
That was incredible. Jacob Heiss, certified bucket getter. Threw that thing, look, I mean, he threw that thing 2 hands over his head outside of the paint. And it was money. I mean, shooters don't need to see the hoop, right? I guess. No, they don't. Shooters shoot.
And we're going to have Osborne out for Johnson now, Cade Johnson. And number 3, Robbie Killups with his and 1 bucket and free throw. Blake Harriman's with a great fake. He kicks it out to Johnson again. Back over to Harriman's. Harriman's back to Johnson. Johnson shoots. It's short. Harriman's with the rebound. Over to Cloud. Cloud with the step back. Doesn't decide to shoot it. Heiss with another great attack. Showing some prowess with the moves and the finishing.
Oh my goodness.
Heiss is just a freshman, I think. No, he's a junior. My bad.
But just, I mean, coming into this game and taking over in the last few minutes here. I mean, you can't forget about the iCloud assist either. I didn't know Larry Bird could pass like that.
You should have.
I should have, I guess. Didn't do my research. I'm more of a Magic Johnson guy myself, though, I have to say.
All right.
Yeah, I'm a Spartan dog for life.
Ludington looking to get something off again with 1:30 left. Good attack there. He gets the and 1. It's going to be number
15.
Chase Hacker. Trying to figure out who that one was.
Chase Hacker shooting for the Orioles.
Looks like number 34, Trey Ferfinski, coming back in. Heiss looking for something. He's played great in the few minutes he has played. And they're going to call it on the ground, but another great finish.
Just the Orioles is called number 25.
Who is? I mean, we haven't heard anything from Heiss all night. Get this man some minutes. He's taking over out here.
Right. Oh, I think they did count it. It's going to be he's going to shoot. No, they didn't count it, but he's shooting 2 on the blocking foul.
Number 34, Trey Forfinski, checking in for the Orioles.
And now he makes his first. Jacob makes his first. He's looking to shoot his second here. It'll be his 5th, I think. 2 of them that went off the back iron and landed in. Good back door by number 3, Robbie Killups, for the easy bucket.
And Heiss with a bit of a heat check there. Throws one up. Going the other way now for Ludington.
And they're going to call one. Number 54, Luke Hackert, looking to shoot here and get 2.
And, I mean, you love to see this at the end of a game, right? Both teams are just still competing at 100%. Such better basketball to watch, and a couple of teams maybe running 1 or 2 plays and calling it good, right?
Yep.
Why not use all the minutes we get?
He misses his first, looking to shoot his second.
Ludington's at 87 right now. You don't think the guys on the bench are telling them they got to get to 90, right? You don't.
I don't know. I know when we were up back in the last 2 years, we would say, hey, if we're close to 90, we better get it.
You got to get it.
I think the highest my team's ever scored was 93 or 91. I can't remember. I know we broke 90 one time. Harriman's with the ball now. He kicks it over to Heiss. Heiss looks to score. Over to Harriman's. Harriman's kicks it to Cloud. Cloud with the extension. And the weird hop step. They're not going to count it. They're going to call it travel, but I don't know what that was, iCloud. But it was a travel. I
don't know what you're talking about, Connor. I didn't see any travel there. Definitely put the ball down enough times to get to the hoop. Speaking of 90, there it is. Holy smokes! No, I think you were right. They were wanting 90 there. Heiss, he's up a half quarter. That's going to be it for tonight. Ludington Orioles 90, Montague Wildcats 48. This has been CatchMark SportsNet. Thanks for tuning in with us tonight. We had a fun time. I'm Jonah Kelly. It's Connor Rath, and we'll see you next time.